Thanks for watching this video. In a previous one, I showed you how to make gift bags out of wallpaper samples, which you could have used wallpaper samples or scrapbook paper, anything that you have. Here are some samples. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to make envelopes that coordinate with your gift bags that you can put a nice gift card in. Some examples that I've made from before include this envelope with this bag, these two, this one. And in the previous video, I showed you how to make this particular bag. So today I'm going to make an envelope for it. I've got my wallpaper book here and I'm going to cut out a piece of paper that coordinates. It actually picks up the same pattern as is in the leaves and the stem of this particular plant. This is a template that I used and I'm going to show you how that you can make your own template. So here I've got an envelope that is going to be the same size that I want to make, and I'm going to carefully take it apart. If you rip it a little bit on the inside, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure your edges stay intact. You really just want the outside. This one's glued pretty nicely. Alright. And so then you would just open it up like so. And if you were going to make just one, you wouldn't necessarily need to make a template. You could use it just like so on your page. Or if you felt like you were going to make a lot of them, you can make a sturdier one. I used a cereal box for mine. So I just put it on there, traced it out, and that was that. So I've selected the piece of paper from the wallpaper book that coordinates best with the paper that I chose to make the gift bag. But you can use whatever paper you want. You can even go with something white and solid or anything that makes you happy. You can use scrap paper, any kind of paper that you make yourself, anything. So I'll get my book set aside. And I'm going to put down another piece of paper to protect my work surface. So what I'll do is I will place the template, and you can place it on the front and do it this way on the back if you want. The pattern that I've selected is pretty uniform, so I can use it anywhere on here. But if you were using something with a bigger pattern, you may want to move it around to make sure that you have the pattern that you want on the front of the envelope. Alright, so now that I have it positioned, I'm going to go ahead and get a pencil and trace around. This pattern is fairly light, so I'm able to see my pencil marks just fine. If you have a darker pattern, you are going to want to flip it over and do it on the back side so that you can see what you've drawn. Alright, and I can see perfectly well the pattern, so now I'm going to cut it out. And now that I have it cut out, I'm just going to set the scrap off to the side, and I can use that to maybe make a card to decorate the card that I will use in this envelope. Okay, now that I have it cut out, I'm going to flip it over, and it doesn't really matter. This is the top and the bottom and the size. It doesn't really matter if you do it like this or like this. I'm going to choose to make this my top just to minimize this when the person opens the card, because it will be covered by the envelope itself. So here is where my other template comes in. It's an envelope folding guide, and I made that from the size of the envelope when it was folded. And this helps me I put it in the center and line up the corners with the notches, and it just helps give me a nice solid guide to fold the flaps. So I just make a quick crease along each edge. Okay, and then I can come back through, and if I have a little dowel here, you can use whatever. to make the crease nice and crisp. I'm just going to do that for all 4 sides. One thing I'll say as a little pointer is if you do trace it on the right side of the paper, make sure that you cut off all of your pencil marks. And I've got a little bit of pencil mark showing here, so I'm going to trim that off. All right, let's brush that aside. All right, now we're going to glue it together, and I'm going to use, as I used in the video to make the bags, just regular Elmer's glue stick. So first, I want to, again, make sure that the top is at the top. Then I'm going to fold this over, and I'm going to just put a little bit of glue right there on the edge, trying to make sure I don't get any on the inside of the envelope. I'm going to fold this over. Okay, just press that down. It's okay if you get a little bit extra glue because it will dry clear just fine. Okay, next I'm going to fold this edge down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue along each edge. And then I'm going to fold it over. And you're done. That's it. It's a very quick project. Later on, if you want to seal the envelope, you can with glue, with tape, but obviously you don't want to seal it just yet because you want to put the card in there. And you can see this is purple, but it dries clear, so I'm not going to worry about that. And that's it. And now we have this nice coordinated envelope to go with the gift bag, and it makes a really nice custom gift to give to one of your friends. And they have this really nice, cute little bag. And you can also take some of the paper and use that to accent a card to put inside the envelope. I look forward to seeing you on our next video.